Let's talk values. What are they? For most people, they are just words on a piece of paper, they're words on the wall, and they don't really translate into what they do. What I want to share with you right now is what values should be. I can't tell you what your values ought to be, but what is their function? Values should be able to tell you what to do in any given situation. A good set of values also tells you what you are not going to do in different situations. And so, think about the values that you have, that you hold dear. And how do you put those into action? Imagine this. Two people have on their list of values family. Family is pretty important, we know that, but how does the value of family play out? One guy is working for a fast-growing company, and they need him to travel all over the place, set up different locations, talk to customers, talk to suppliers, and all sorts of different things. And along with that increase in responsibility comes an increase in pay. Now, this is a forward move, being able to go on holidays, being able to put your kids in different sports, being able to get each other gifts, move to a nicer neighborhood, get a nice car. It doesn't really matter. But all of these things are more available. They're more accessible. They are possible with an increase in pay. And so this guy, understanding this, takes this job and does what he has to do. He's got to travel, sometimes overnight, sometimes over the weekend, but this is what it's going to take to be able to send his children to the kind of schools that they want to go, for example. But somebody else might decline that exact same position with those exact same responsibilities and requirements because for him or for her, all of that travel means time away from my family. It means I'm going to miss some recitals, some football games, whatever it is that the kids do. I'm going to miss some dinners and some meals with my family. Now, depending on where you are, you might fault one of these two people for the choice that they make. Somebody decides to go on the road so that they can have more money to be able to spend with their family. Somebody else says, no, I would rather spend the time, and maybe I'll wait for something down the road that allows me to make that money, but without sacrificing the time and the meals and the events and the recitals and the games now. So having values is incredibly important, but if you don't take the step to say, this is how we are going to live out these values, then we're missing the point. For them to be on the wall and they don't translate into our lives, into our decision making, is probably better to not have them at all. And yet, as a compass, as something that helps you move from point A to point B, as something that in these two cases, when you line out how I'm going to live this value and how I'm going to live that value and I'm going to live that value, it's an easier decision at the time. And so as you think about your values and as you jot them down, and I absolutely encourage you to have some, think about how they're going to play out. And the beauty of this exercise is doing so ahead of time, when things are calm, when things are okay, whatever that looks like for you. But they've got to be set down so that in the moment of crisis and decision, they are there to guide you. Work on those values and delineate for yourself, for your family, for your business, how we are going to live this out.